$1 trillion. You know, reversing 40 years of Republican trickle-down economics that helped few but hurt the middle class, it's going to take some time. But we're in a place where some big pieces, and we're moving in a direction where we can get some more done and people will see it. What I'm doing, and I knew I'd have to do this, all those major legislations we passed, people go, that's great, but it takes time. At least I didn't. Too many people that were working, or the working people were making too much money. I thought that was not the best answer to how to get it down. Now, one reason we've seen inflation fall by 2/3 without losing jobs is corporate profits are coming back down to earth. The excesses are being eliminated by the corporations. We have more to do, but inflation is now the lowest point it's been in 2 years. When the Inflation Reduction Act was passed a year ago today,
now they're getting ready to pass it, and the lawmakers in the House are ready to move to vote on a stopgap spending bill and to prevent a government shutdown. But states have been actually talking about tax cutting sprees, and now a proposed Pennsylvania tax break could result in big tax cuts. If the tax breaks happen, this will not be good. It's fueled by surging revenues. States have been slashing taxes for individuals and businesses for the past 3 years. But tax cuts are expected to come to an end in some states in the fiscal year. Some 25 states have cut individual income tax rates since 2021. And the lawmakers in many states have been approving tax cuts aiming to help residents financially. New property and rent relief rebate checks are going to be sent out, and these payments are worth billions of dollars and will equal hundreds of dollars for many people. It's fueled by surging revenues. States have been slashing tax for individuals and businesses for the past 3 years. But tax cuts are expected to come to an end in some states in the fiscal year. Some 25 states have cut individual income tax rates since 2021. It includes 22 states that reduced their top marginal rates. In 2023 alone, at least 8 states approved rate reduction. Under his proposal, the maximum standard rebate would increase from $650 to $1,000, while the income limit for renters and homeowners would be made equal and both increased to $45,000. But these income limits would also be tied to the cost of living moving forward, which means people who receive a rebate won't have to worry about losing their eligibility through no fault of their own. Ultimately, the proposal would result in nearly 175,000 additional Pennsylvanians qualifying for a rent rebate. But hoping to attract new residents, the governor has also proposed new tax breaks, and according to recent data, Pennsylvania experienced a notable population decline between 2 years. Some people may consider Pennsylvania to be a high-tax state due to generally higher property taxes and high gas taxes as well. But the governor's announcement related to one of the state's proposals would actually be offering an annual $2,500 tax.
And what are some thoughts of yours to help to deal with any food insecurity?
Folks, did you know that you may be eligible to receive up to $1,000 from your state and city? And many of you are wondering how you can claim such additional financial assistance. Well, roughly 7 months have passed since the final enhanced monthly child tax credit payment was dispersed to families in the U.S. Now, since the checks ended, the number of children in poverty has increased from 12% to 17%. It has put 3.7 million children below the poverty line. Millions of parents welcomed these payments in the latter half of 2021 as they help provide financial relief during the crisis. This year, with inflation on the rise and a possible recession looming, several states are now planning to send families more money to lessen the impact. There's a new Republican Senate proposal that would send up to $350 per child and includes a work requirement. For now, it's up to the states to decide if they'll provide money in families. Just Democrats have pushed Speaker Pelosi to vote on the Senate-passed bipartisan infrastructure bill before the House approves a $3.5 trillion budget resolution. The House scrapped and planned to vote to advance 2 key economic proposals as centrist Democrats and party leaders failed to break a stalemate over how to proceed with President Biden's economic agenda. President Biden's economic agenda, folks, should include a 4th stimulus check. He already sent out the 3rd stimulus payments, and now he must do 2 things: increase the Social Security benefits to help out our seniors and pass out more stimulus payments.
101 years ago, after fighting, marching, struggling, starving, being starved, women gained the right to vote, won the right to vote. The newspapers at the time said women given the right to vote. That could not have been further from the truth.
Now, Biden's domestic goals, everybody, is of course to have Democrats remain in Congress next year for the midterms. Pelosi has pushed to pass a $1 trillion bipartisan bill and her party's separate $3.5 trillion spending plan at the same time. But this process could take weeks or even months, as the House needs to find a way to join this, as the House needs to join the Senate in passing a budget resolution before lawmakers write a final proposal. Folks, Pelosi must get together with the Democrats as well as the Republicans in order for the stimulus checks to be sent out.
Came up with a brilliant idea.
Benefits. After all, folks, they are set to expire on September 6th. Now, this may be an opening for them to leverage their influence and obtain extra federal aid for many Americans. Now, some Democratic lawmakers are raising the alarm over the end of crisis unemployment benefits. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez said, "What we have right now is that the Biden administration has indicated that they have almost no willingness to extend the unemployment assistance program. We have a Senate that doesn't want to do it and a White House that doesn't want to do it. It's going to take a very committed House to extend the unemployment benefits." AOC said that any successful effort would come after Labor Day, are prioritizing the Democratic-only spending plan and hammering out the legislative details, which could take many weeks. AOC said progressives are looking into it. Now, folks, another progressive, Ilhan Omar of Minnesota, told Insider News that they still haven't tailored the amount of support that they need, and that it's a conversation that many Democrats are engaged in. Representative Omar and Ocasio-Cortez are one of the few Democrats in Congress pushing for the unemployment benefits to be extended and a fourth stimulus check to be approved. Folks, but Chuck Schumer is saying this. He issued a letter on Monday saying that Democrats are proud for the great progress that is being made in the American people's lives. Schumer told reporters, "When we took the majority in the Senate early this year, the American people entrusted us with a great responsibility to make their lives better. I'm happy to report that we're making great progress towards that goal." By the way, folks, what do you think about Chuck Schumer? Is he doing all that it takes to send out the fourth stimulus check? Is he helping out the American people that are in desperate need of financial assistance? Tell me what you think in the comments below. Now, also know this, folks. Republicans have presented their disapproval for additional spending in regards to stimulus and unemployment benefits. On several occasions, they have said that they will not give any help when it comes to measures just like that. And many people are waiting for Congress to include more financial relief into the budget resolution plan. So, I personally believe that Congress can get the job done and that they can send out the fourth stimulus check before the end of the year.
Let me thank all of the town energy committees. I love the concept of town energy committees. This is the kind of grassroots activism that we're going to need, not only in Vermont, but around this country, to deal with what I think all of us recognize is an existential threat.